Salute, folks. It's your boy, the insurance junkie, your fiduciary fella, the all-star advisor, Alonzo Hall, your social media insurance broker. And I don't have too much to say today. I just decided to go live because I'm sitting here. I was about to sit here in my car and smoke my joint and watch some YouTube, but there wasn't anything particularly entertaining. There was a bunch of this mating, dating, and relationship nonsense. Uh, and that's about it. So make sure you hit that like, drop a comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you're made aware every time I release new content. And as always, share, share, share. My doggone head. There we go. My what's the name? Headphones. My phone case, thing in the car. My cell phone was in the car. There we go. Flip this down. Put my shades up there. Probably put my driving glasses on. Get ready to drive with y'all. I might just take a ride with y'all. But realistically, I don't even, like I said, I don't have too much to say. I decided to go live because I'm tired of seeing all this other nonsensical shit. Where you got, mating, dating, relationships, hating, and all that other nonsense. And then you've got, put on my driving glasses. Fix this here. Yeah, I'm gonna take y'all for a ride with me. I'm gonna just go driving somewhere. This is why actually stuff like Uber Eats and DoorDash is good for people like me, because I like to drive around, right? I be driving around since I was a teenager. When I was 16, I used to get in, when my mother had a Honda, I would take her car and drive for hours and hours on end. Problem was, I'm just responsible for the gas. Any gas, any ticket, stuff like that. So, I would take care of that. But I like getting in my car and driving around with no particular destination. So, to make $5 for driving around when I was going to drive around anyway, and I get to, kind of explore parts of my city, is fairly fun, right? But I think today, again, I talk a lot about finances, financial services, and stuff like that. And the reality is, it's important with, especially a lot of financial professionals. It's important for you to, save up money and stack up money for, a rainy day and for the future. It's also important for you to spend some money today, right? See, what a lot of people put you up on is, save for the future, so on and so forth. And absolutely true, you should save for the future. You should save for the future. You should save for, a rainy day, all that good stuff. But the reality is, oh shit, you also gotta deal with stuff today, right? So my thing is, yes, stack up for tomorrow, but also make sure you have something for today. So you want to give yourself like goals. All right, I have a savings goal. I want to save $250, right? So once I save $250, I can stop saving for a little bit and spend $100 on something, or go buy something I really wanted, right? Now I have $250 saved, and you can't use the $250 that you saved to buy the thing. I'll give you an example. So I know that what I had got my pistol permit that I wanted to purchase. So what did I do? I went and I opened a savings account. The firearm was about $700. So I said, all right, I need to save up at least $350. So I saved up like $1,200, right? Which is a little over the 350. It's like $500. But in the bank account, I saved up the $700 for the item I wanted to purchase. And then I saved up 500 additional dollars. So now that I got the $500 saved, I can go ahead and I actually have the $700 saved in the same savings account, but the 500 is above and beyond what I had saved. So I couldn't go to the savings account and just close it out with the 700. So that's why I had 1200. Now, I take the 700 out because I was using it for a purpose. That purpose was to go buy my toy, my Glock. Then I bought it. Once I have it, I have it. I also have the additional benefit of the additional savings that I had, right? Because now that puts me in a position where I got an extra $500. Well, not an extra, but now I have $500 and access to $500 in savings in the event of an emergency. Most Americans don't have access to, forget 1,000, most Americans don't have access to $500 in the event of an emergency. So if you don't have access to $500 in the event of an emergency, things like investing shouldn't be in your lexicon. You don't have it to do so. You can't invest if you have no savings, right? So it goes coverage, savings, investments, right? So the first thing you want to do is you want to protect your source of income. That's where life insurance, health insurance, and disability insurance come into play. Right? Disability insurance is a paycheck protection. Right? So it protects your paycheck in the event that, you get sick or injured while you're working, or disabled while you're working and can't go back to work. I had an incident where a client of mine who bought life insurance from here on YouTube had an injury to his back. And he didn't have a disability insurance policy, but he did have benefits on his life policy. The problem is, and you should be very cognizant of this when you're talking to an insurance agent, they'll explain to you about the living benefits of your policy, which is great. But life insurance living benefits only take care of sickness, not injury. That's why you need disability insurance. Disability insurance protects you from injury. So my client got injured and he was unable to work for quite some time. He's going through therapy and rehab and all this stuff. Well, while that's going on, he can't work. What's up, Chief? While that's going on, he can't work. So if he can't work, he can't earn an income. So do you think his investments are going to be able to sustain him? He's going to be able to take this money tax-free and sustain him if he doesn't have $1,000 in savings? He happens to have access to $1,000. But the reality is, if he doesn't, how is he going to manage life, right? That's where things like disability insurance come into play to, help keep you kind of protected, right? So now he's protected in that position if he had the disability protection. But because he didn't have the disability protection, like I said, he just has to go it alone. Now, the problem is most Americans can't go it alone. And if you're out of work for 3 months, 6 months, a year, right? And let's look at why disability insurance may be more important than life insurance, right? And the reason is because as insurance agents, we always talk to you about, worst case scenario. What if something happens to you and you die, right? That's not real life. Real life tends to go, something happens to you and you live. More people have something happen to them and they live than have something happen to them and they die. So, because of that, paycheck insurance, paycheck protection, income protection, also known as disability insurance, is the way to go because it literally protects your paycheck. So you can actually take like 60% of your take home pay from a disability insurance that's outside of your work, right? The one from your job takes care of you if you get injured on the job. Other than that, if you get injured like my client where it was a car accident, you're not covered, right? And then that even goes to car insurance, right? I remember I was working at State Farm and I had a client, it was a Thursday. I had her scheduled to come into my office on a Saturday and talk about some life insurance. And I was reviewing her car insurance and she was like, "Oh, I got full coverage." She had full coverage to cover the bank, right? So she had comprehensive collision, right? Problem is, it didn't take care of. Good morning, Malik. It didn't take care of things like medical payments. Medical payments are what pay for if something happens to you and you need, medical help. What up, Rob? So, with your auto insurance, you know, you want to make sure that you get true full coverage. You want to make sure you get loss of use, medical payments, things like that. But the girl, she didn't review her car insurance policy with me. And she was supposed to come to my office to talk about life insurance. Well, I get a call later that day. She says, "Listen, I know we had an appointment for Saturday. I'm going to have to cancel." I'm like, "All right, what's wrong?" So, "Well, I just got into a car accident." I said, "Okay, well, first of all, are you okay? Second of all, call the cops, and then we'll help put in the claim." So she calls the cops, calls me back to put in the claim, and she's like, "Oh, they're asking me about medical payments." I'm like, "Yeah, you don't have medical payments." She said, "What is medical payments?" Medical payments is they will pay your medical bills, right? So if you get, injured in a car wreck and you have to go to the hospital, your car insurance can pay some of those medical bills, right? Prime example is about $1,000 for a Motrin, right? So what they'll do is they'll actually cover some of those medical bills for you. Where did my J go? Right? And then by covering those medical bills, those medical payments, that's something you don't have to come out of your pocket and take care of, right? So it's a good consideration for you. But ladies and gentlemen, I wasn't intending on being too long. I just wanted to take y'all on a quick ride with me and kind of talk about a couple of different things that happen. So another thing, like I said, I'm going to be talking about a lot of different insurance as well. The main thing I talk about is life insurance, but like I said, that disability, that paycheck protection is real important because you have to protect your paycheck. So coverage, your life insurance, your disability insurance, then savings. So now that you've protected income that's coming in, now you want to start saving some up. Now, once you have at least $1,000 in savings, right? Now you can talk about investments. But experts will truly tell you, like Sue Zorman and Dave Ram, will tell you to buy term insurance, invest the difference. Will tell you that you have no business investing until you have 6 to 8 months of your bills saved, right? So if you don't have 6 to 8 months of your expenses saved, then you have no business investing because you have nothing to fall back on, right? If some shit happens, you're sorry out of luck. And that's all, that's it, right? You don't want to be in that predicament. You want to be in a position where, okay, stuff's messed up, I'm injured, I'm disabled, I still got disability insurance, but I also got 6 months of my bills, saved up. So if I got to sit here for 6 months because I ain't got a job, all right, I'm cool, right? Most Americans don't have that, right? So the investment part comes to things like risk tolerance and time horizon, right? So what is risk tolerance? Well, if you don't have $1,000 worth of savings, you don't have any risk tolerance, right? Risk tolerance meaning you can't stand to lose this investment money. This investment has to win, right? It has to make money. Otherwise, that $500 you put into Bitcoin, it could affect you paying your rent if it don't come back and double your money, like the guy told you it was gonna do, right? Like the guy promised you, oh yeah, invest in Ethereum and BTC and open the account. We promised $5,000 in 7 days. No, they don't. Nobody can promise you anything when it comes to investing, because the nature of an investment is speculative. So that means that nobody knows exactly what it's going to do until it does whatever it does, right? And then that's when you find out what it's going to do, right? But until then, it's just a guessing game. It's just, I hope this stock does better. I hope this investment does well. It's not even like you have a time horizon. So what is a time horizon? A time horizon is, I put this money in here. I don't need it until May 5th, right? And today is May 1st. If you need the money by May 5th, you probably shouldn't invest, right? Because it has to earn enough so that when you take the money out, you can cover all your taxes and penalties and everything. She says, I like that you're drinking water, but you better stop smoking. I know, Malik. I'm gonna quit the smoking. I have to. Doctor's orders, by the way. So I'll be quitting that. It's a bad habit, I'll tell you. It is a terrible habit, but I gotta stick around because I got too many of you guys, my clients, who are like, Zoe, you got me set up, so I'm about to be making money for the rest of my life. So I'm gonna need you alive for the rest of my life because I need you to help me with this here money. And so I appreciate that, right? But like I said, when you're looking at that investment, unless you have the risk tolerance and time horizon, which most people aren't talking about that, you really shouldn't be investing. And most people who don't have access to $1,000 in savings don't have the risk tolerance, because you can't lose that money and then recover in time, especially if you're out of your 20s, right? If you're in your early 20s to mid 20s, I'll say up to 25, right? After 25, right, maybe even, yeah, because at 25, if you have a big screw up, you got a good 15 years to recover till you're about 40, right? At 40, you have no time for fuck ups. You have no time for mistakes, because at 40, 15 years goes by like that and you're fucking 55. How do I know? My mother is 57, or yeah, she's 57 years old now. I'm 40, right? Fucking 15 years ago when I was 25 and she was 32, right? Or 37, right? The shit was very different, right? Life was different. But today, at 40, I don't have the time to lose it all and then recover. So you want to foster into your youth, hey, listen, stay steadfast, especially for our folks. And it's difficult to foster that, because a lot of the time, we especially as young black men, we get pushed towards the nonsensical things and the things that may not that aren't long term. We get pushed towards the short term game. But at any rate, folks, I'm gonna get ready to hop off of here. I'll be going live again later today. Reading a book called The Case for the IUL, The Case for Infinite Banking, for the IBC concept. I just wanted to give a little live with y'all today, get a little bit going, let y'all know what I got going on. Let y'all know I am gonna start dropping, more. I'm gonna be doing more lives, reading articles and stuff. I haven't decided to keep it on a particular schedule. I actually also want to take you guys on a tour here, because I am on Yale campus. So I want to show y'all some of Yale campus, so y'all can actually see what stuff looks like out here. At any rate, ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy, the insurance junkie, your fiduciary fella, the all-star advisor Alonzo Hall, and I just whapped and tapped on your head with a brief ADH wealth solution. Make sure you hit that like, drop a comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you're made aware every time I release new content. And as always, share, share, share. Before I do that, let me see if I can give y'all a little bit of Yale. What's my So ironically enough, Yale shuttle, right? So as you can see, this is from the Yale campus, right? You see the buildings and the architecture that are going on here, right? Some of the buildings and the architecture, right behind the Yale shuttle, right? All right, let me put this camera down while I'm driving. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna get ready to hop off of here. Um, like I always say, wipe ass, work in progress every day and see success. Wipe ass, work in progress every day and see success. Wipe ass, work in progress every day and see success. And remember, folks, when people challenge you, they don't challenge you to challenge you, but they challenge you to challenge you. Accept the challenge. Salute.